back to this Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin 2, Definitive Edition. I'm your host, guide, and sometimes entertainer, Mr. Navidon. And in the last episode here in Act 2, we ended up in Driftwood here, and we just reached level 11. We did a couple pet pack quests, and we also rescued Magister from the gallows. So my thought today is we're going to start off with a little bit of crafting, and then we're going to do a short shopping run, and then we will do our level 11 level up, and then we'll start doing some quests here in Driftwood. Now in Driftwood here, there is a lot to do. There's a ton of things to do here, and I ask for your patience, because if I'm not doing something that you think you know what I should be doing, we will get to it. If it has XP, we're going to do it. That's the whole point of this guide. But we'll get to it. We will, I promise. All right. So with that being said, let's look at XP. We have 481,275. And we are 12,950 XP ahead of schedule from the guide, but that was because of passing the speech check with Gareth after we took out Jonathan. So that's why. Okay, so let's go to Sebille. I'm going to start with her. I'm long overdue for this, but when we take the 3 pieces of the captain's dreads, I guess if you have threads, and we put all 3 on at once, we get the Tyrant's Charm, and we bring the whole suit up to level 8, including the boots. So let's do that. This is kind of a neat little skill, I guess, that this coat comes with. If you're thinking of doing a pure walkthrough, a pure character, you could use this and just bring down their magic armor, charm them, and then they're going to fight their their allies. Okay. They're going to flip. Alright, so the coat we want to send to Fane, the hat we want to send to Ifan, and I do want her to learn spider legs. Yeah. Okay. So now Ifan, we're going to put the hat back on for bartering. And that's it for him. Fane, we're going to put that down there. Okay. So, crafting. Let's go to Lohse. We got this Void Woken Spike, and we can make a scroll with this. So let's do that right now. We need a high quality fire essence, and we need a sheet of paper. And we combine that, and we get the Fire Whip scroll, which is a pyro. Not too bad. 114 to 126. So if you have a pyro mage, this would work pretty well. It's 8 meters. It's a medium range. But it does set burning and blinded for 1 turn. So, and you can take this scroll and combine it with a blank fire book, a standard one, and you will make the skill. Okay, so then the next one I want to make is we need the paper. We need a high quality tormented soul. Go all the way back to the top. And then we need wheat. This is why we grab the wheat. And we're going to make a soulmate scroll. Now we can combine this with a friend to a foe, friend to a friend. I don't know if we can do foe to foe. I don't think so. But that way you can either you can heal up a teammate or poison a teammate. It depends on which way you want to go with that. And then the last scroll I want to make is we're going to take the raw lumpy giblets. Then we're going to take a high quality shadow essence and another sheet of paper. We're going to combine that. And we get Living on the Edge scroll. This is very important on a run, in my opinion, because it allows you to go below 1 hit point. So if you're at a boss fight and you think, okay, he's going to kill me, you could put this on yourself and you can't go below 1. However, you do have to keep an eye out on where you're at, because this is for 2 turns. So if you're at 1 turn and you're like on fire because you have no magic damage, then you will get burned, and then that's the end of your honor mode run. So another thing to keep in mind. But we will show that a little bit later. Yeah, okay. All right. So now we're going to take this arrow. We're going to combine that with the water barrel. And you make a water arrow. So we'll send that to Ifan. Next is potions. We found a huge healing potion that has 650 health that it heals. And then so we have 21 healing potions, which is basically a large. It only does 290. And so you can see we have 480. So we're way overdue to make huges. To do that, we'll split the large potion bottles. And we're going to combine those with the other stack of 10. And we make a huge. So I'm going to finish doing all those. But before I do, we're going to also do that for poison. Take those off. 2 mediums. Makes a large. So let's split those mediums.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood
And
to
then we
talk
need
about
another
it.
medium. We need 2 larges. Okay, right. No, that's a medium. Large. There we go. Combine those 2 larges. Same thing. We get a huge poison vial. So now let's finish crafting those to potions. Huge. We'll make all. Another large poison bottle. That's good. That's it. So now we can take the poisons and send all those to Fane. Yep. Then we'll take the 11 huge and put them right there. Okay. Next, shopping. And we're going to hit the 4 merchants here, and we're going to start with Bree.
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
Okay, so we're going to buy the arrow making abilities. She has an air. So here's a blank fire book. If you want that fire whip scroll, you can combine that with that. Blank air, I want to buy that. Medium wits, yes. Medium intelligence, yes. And then all the medium armor potions. 982. So the mushrooms. We don't need those. And then a few lockpicks. Let's go with 6.
Smells worse over here
Way
than a
low,
dozen
way low.
rotten eggs dropped in a vat of
We
vinegar.
need like 14. Yeah, good enough.
I don't come
Done.
until later then.
Yep. And then Ovis.
Back for a return? Have at it. Got yourself situated.
Oh, he's got a teleportation scroll. We want that. So we will buy
Keeping
that.
it
We
together,
will
Bree?
give him an arrow.
I'm all right as long as I don't think about it too much.
Yep.
Yep,
You're
yep.
safe among friends.
And then
Back
Thune.
again, eh? It's free to fair travels, friend.
Okay. Whoa, we're way over.
How you holding
We'll
up?
keep all the jewelry.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
32. Something not what? Painting. Yeah, there we go. Okay, done. Now, Arron.
Buying or selling? Capital. Good luck to you.
Let's see. Gloves. No. 2 initiative. No. It's not. I need a room slot.
I'm all right, as long as I don't.
Same with those. No. Okay, so now, let's see.
Never forget.
We're gonna swap out ignition for tactical retreat. Let's go to
Smells
Paladin
worse
Bridgehead.
than a dozen
And I'm gonna have her go to Miss Boyd. See if she's made any bows.
Well, there you are. Anything else you want to chat about?
Okay, she has. So by those, by the 2 knockdowns. And she has a charming arrowhead, and I'm not going to buy it. It's 150. But this is what we're going to make. Since we have an endless supply of honey, we will make those. No. All right. No. Crit chance. No crit chance. But they're pretty good, though. But no crit chance. So we're just going to go with that. We will give her 2 of the shocking arrows. Yeah. There we go. Done. Okay.
Same to you.
So next we're going to go to the Lady Vengeance. And here we have 1 water barrel right here. It's time to drop off our barrels. Because we have this great big ship that we can use as our base to store lots of items. So let's begin by we're going to craft and that fire arrow that we just bought. The fire arrowhead, we're going to make that fire arrow. Then we're going to make it explosive. And might as well make the 2 knockdowns while we're at it. Okay. That's good enough for crafting. So now let's take that oil barrel and I want to put it right there. Okay, so now let's go to the others. Let's go to Sebille. Since we have a water barrel there, she can send that one to the Lady Vengeance. And Ifan, since we have an oil barrel right there, you can send that one to the Lady Vengeance. And then Fane, the ooze barrel, we're going to send that to Lohse. And then Lohse can put that barrel right there. So now we have all 3 in a nice spot. And that really helped with all of our carry weight. All right, here's Gareth. And we accidentally sold him a belt that we need to buy back.
Keep distant. My own demons haunt me too closely. I cannot also bear the burden of yours.
We sold him a belt that had Lucky Charm attached to it. So we're gonna have to buy it back. Let's see, 4157. So let's start.
I've got sword fighters,
Another
mages,
1,000.
archers, all willing to fight by your side
That's
if the price is
13.
right.
Something. For 2. Yeah, 160. Good enough. We're just gonna go with that. Okay, so then we're gonna go to Han.
Lohse, good to see you again. Of course. Told you I would, didn't I?
And we're gonna send him on his way for another intestine.
Sure thing.
And then so we might as well make that grenade right now. Chemical warfare.
Whatever type of companion you need, I can
Yep.
provide.
So there we go. All right. So let's go back to Driftwood Square. And let's work on our level up. That's next. Start with Fane. Oh boy. Fane. It's going to be kind of like a broken record warfare.
Together, Bree.
And I do want to have him get to finesse of 12. So I'm going to put a point in finesse and then another point
Never
into
forget it.
intelligence.
Tell me,
Ifan
have you heard any news?
warfare.
Nothing good.
2 into
Folk are
finesse.
everywhere.
Smells worse over here.
Same with Sebille. Point into warfare. 2 points into finesse.
Yes, yes, of course.
And then Lohse is going to be the odd one. Point into hydro. And 2 points into intelligence. Yeah, there we go.
Keeping it
Okay.
together, Bree.
So now let's team up and let's start going into town. Not going to go very far. Because we want to acquire a pair of gloves. A unique pair of gloves. And this takes a woman's touch to do this. And Sebille is perfect for that.
Please.
This is Dashing June, and she has the unique gloves that we want to get. So you can steal them from her. You could do that. You could have a person talk to her, distract her, come up behind
What am
and steal
I
them.
going to do?
But since this playthrough, I challenged myself by no stealing. So we're not going to do that. We're going to acquire them through dialogue. Here we go.
Where is it? Where is it? Madam? Please, have you seen a small burlap pouch lying about?
No, I have not.
Blast! It's gone for good, I fear.
She rubs a hand over her smooth head, then suddenly looks up at you. Her great greenish gold eyes are alive with worry.
There isn't any chance you could spare a moment to help me look, could you? I wouldn't dare ask it if it weren't terribly important.
I'll tell you what, I'll keep my eye out, but I have my own matters to attend to.
She nods and turns to take her leave, but stumbles, falling a little into your arms. She laughs, embarrassed, and quickly rights herself. As she pushes off of you, she reaches lightly into your pouch. She stands up, straightens herself, and skillfully tucks some of your gold coins into her waistband.
Do you really expect me to not notice that little sleight of hand?
Ha! Lucian's legs. No one's ever felt me lift him off him. You're good.
Well, you're about as nimble as a woollock in a tutu.
Hey now, don't sting me where it's tender. I'm liable to keep that gold of yours if you're mean to me.
What do you need it for?
You really want to know?
Sure.
The Magisters took the love of my life down to Fort Joy. Did you hear they're turning sorcerers into those freaks? I don't know if it's true, but I'm not going to wait to find out. I'll die before I'll let them do that to Butter. So I need money. For a boat, for a crew, enough to bribe someone into letting her go. I'll find a way.
I recognize that name. I came from Fort Joy and I met a woman named Butter there.
She freezes, then starts to visibly tremble. A tear rolls down her cheek.
You met her? Really? How was she? Was she healthy? What'd she say? What'd you say? How did she seem?
She seemed well. She was under the protection of a camp boss named Griff.
That's my lass. Always knows how to stay on top of a situation. Always knows how to survive. You seem like a good sort. And this is the first news I've heard of my gal in far, far too long. Take these, eh? They're yours. And your gold back, too. Plenty of other marks in the sea. Good luck to you.
And then she dashes off. So, Sebille, what did we get? Those the Ifan. Those the Ifan. Those the Ifan. The tail will go down there. That's going to go in there. Sebille. We got, okay, I can go to Lohse. fancy gloves, which gives +2 to thievery. So if you've got a stealing character, or you have one that's like mine, where I'm just pumping points into thievery, this is a good bonus. So we're going to send that to Fane. Okay, now we need to group up. Yeah, that's fine. And into the Black Bull Tavern we go. So we got a couple quests to do in here. And so the first one is we want to get a quest started. And to do that, we need to talk to Garvan.
Ah, finally. Your colleague over there is absolutely useless. I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please.
I'm no server.
Oh, pity. I've been trying to get a little something to eat all day. But the giggleheads who run this establishment don't seem to be willing to provide a fellow with his fair portion. After all I've been through, too.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly.
So what's the matter?
His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was killed by those void beasts. I told him we ought not to travel in the hills, but would he listen? No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew.
So let me know more about these missing supplies. Perhaps I could retrieve them for you.
Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me. Tell me, how are you in, well, Voidwoken?
They always end up dead.
Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a Voidwoken. It made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. We'd invested our entire livelihood in those wares. I'll do anything to get them back.
This is a big ask. How do you plan on compensating me?
Very, very well, that's how. That cargo is worth more than a pretty penny, and I'll owe its retrieval to you and you alone. Now, give me your map. I'll show you just where to look. I doubt those beasts out there have any use of such a cargo. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made my day. Good luck.
Okay, so we got 2,000 XP to start that quest. Red ink in the ledger. So. Okay, the next thing we need to do is buy the stew. You can buy it or you can get it for free. The waiter here, what's his name? Lovric. He has the stew, which you could purchase from him, but so does Prudence, the barmaid. We want to talk to Prudence, the barmaid, but we need someone who has the scholar tag, and that would be Fane. And Fane also needs 2 persuasion. To get that, we will give him the coat, and then we will ask him to use his Mask of the Shapeshifter. Send that to Lohse. Fancy gloves. And then his chest piece. And then we're going to ask him to turn into a lizard. And there is a speech check here to get a key. It's not required, but it's just helpful that way. I'm not lockpicking. We'll get to that in a minute. So, he's a lizard, and so I meant to show that he has 2 persuasion. Yep, and that's what we need. All right, Fane, talk to Prudence.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
I recall a common greeting from a generation ago, and that responded in kind, and a 7 blessings upon the undeserving.
The soft lines of her face fold into a warm smile. She sets the glass on the counter and pours you a generous portion of an amber liquor.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for a lizard, but all the more impressive. You and my Niles might even get along. What brings you to Driftwood, darling?
Niles. I recall Niles that I met in Fort Joy, a sadistic torturer, and then we describe his appearance and ask if we have the right man.
Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him.
Yes, I knew him to be a fine physician.
A fine physician indeed. That's my boy. Some say all a growing child needs is food and sunshine. I say abstinence and chastity will grow him finer than either one of those. Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niles. Here, have a little something to eat. Niles' favourite, you know. No one in our little town can appreciate work so fine as his, you know. All his instruments and books are stored away upstairs, all but forgotten. It's such a terrible waste.
I'm still in awe of Niles' work with a scalpel. He taught me so much.
Well, I'd love to show you, but I'm afraid I can't leave the bar unattended. This crowd isn't to be trusted, believe you me. But I suppose, well, there's no harm, is there? You seem to be a good sort. One of Lucian's own, isn't that right? Here, take this key and head on up the stairs. You'll find Niles' room there. He'd want to know his fine things weren't languishing unappreciated in his old room.
Okay, so she has consumables. Pumpkin soup, 26. I think we're good on pumpkin soup for the moment. Okay, we need that meaty stew. We need to give that to Sebille. Give the key to Lohse. And we're going to equip our gear back on. Put that there. Okay, so now Sebille. She's an elf, and I need her to eat the meaty stew.
The elf beckons you into the back room, a hungry, playful look in her eyes. She comes in close, her breath warm on your face, and thrusts a kitchen knife right into your heart.
Ouch. Okay, so this part, we need to go investigate and talk to the cook. But we need to talk to her with Sebille, since Sebille ate the stew. And we need to talk to Willa.
The cook acknowledges you with a graceful little bow, but keeps her eyes on you the whole time.
There's nothing here for you, sister. You should go back out front, where it's safe.
I know what kind of meat is in the stew. It's human.
Your accusation provokes nothing more than a raised eyebrow from the cook.
Ridiculous.
It's true. An elf would know.
Then an elf would know whose flesh she's supposedly consumed. Do you know?
Magisters.
Yes, Magisters. Filthy, murdering pigs. Pigs eat anything, even each other. Then, when the time is right, they're slaughtered and fed to more pigs in turn. It's how it should be.
I can't turn a blind eye to this.
A shame. I hate to kill my own kind.
Yeah, so fights on. All right. Wilva is 40% resistant to everything, and her initiative is 19. So here we go. You can see that she doesn't even do as much damage as we would like. Winter blast. Chilled. We could freeze her. Might as well. We'll freeze her. And then Ifan. Sky shot. And then we will just shoot her regular and then marksman fang. And then Fane. How much does she got? 186. 5. So we'll use mosquito swarm. That's it. We got 4,000 XP for that. So now we can loot the kitchen. So here we got a potato. And we got this food splotch recipe. We want to read that. And you can see these are the next magisters on her list. So we will pick that up. It's a quest item.
Wait, there's something wrong with this.
The foot, if you didn't have Sebille grab 4 pieces of body parts on the road, you could use this as one. But other than that, it does no good. Okay, so what does she have? We have a jar of honey. We want to grab that. And over here, we have a dinner. And a meat cleaver, 155. Not bad. A sack. Barrel. Crate. 2 more baskets. Mashed potatoes. No. No. And then we'll find this plank. So we loot it. Silver glass. We get this ring with the Magister's seal. So she stashed
This
this.
ring, it bears the Magister seal, and there's blood on it.
And so that's a quest item. Okay. Did we get the raw mutton? We want to grab the raw mutton. That is also a quest item a little bit later. All right. So now we have solved the missing Magister's case. But over here, Stewart is a self-appointed detective or private eye that is trying to solve this case on his own.
It doesn't make sense. I'm missing something.
So we need to talk to him, get the quest, investigate the quest, and then we get the XP for that. We do not want to tell him who it is. We want to play dumb, because if we tell him who it is, he'll just run off to the head magister and take the credit for himself. But we need the XP to kind of further along the quest. So here we go.
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects. So many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What? Why do you sneak up on me? Don't you know how dangerous that is, the way things are?
What do you mean?
Haven't you heard? My own Magister comrades are vanishing from right here in Driftwood. Whoever's behind it must be stopped. If you hear anything, come to me.
And what do you know about these disappearances?
3 Magisters vanished so far, all within Driftwood. My comrades believe some tinkerer named Higba is behind it all, but they're wrong. I'm certain of it.
Then who is responsible?
That's what I'm intent on finding out. This tavern is full of scum and degenerates. The true culprit could easily conceal themselves amongst them. I have to keep investigating, keep the pressure up. The culprit will make a mistake eventually. If you see anything suspicious, let me know.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out.
You do that. Now away with you.
So then we get another 1,000.
All this damn work and nothing to show for it. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
All right, so we need to take him out. It's kind of ironic, right? He's investigating murders, and well, we got to take him out. So Fane, why don't you just throw him down there? Do infect, and then we'll do mosquito swarm. Now he's aggroed. That's it. We got another 2,000, so 5,000 XP total for all that. And take that. Make that wares. Okay, so now we can turn in the Missing Magister quest ourselves. And so the head Magister is over here in this room. And so we want to talk to Carver, and we want him to mention a reward. So here we go.
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
What do you want? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation.
I want to know about the fugitive that you mentioned.
Are you deaf? Your business here now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm the infamous sorcerer who escaped Fort Joy, and I thought I'd like to hide amongst your fellow Magisters in the belly of the beast.
People are missing out there. Sworn Magisters. Keep your jest to yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry for making light of the situation. I want to know about these disappearances and the suspect.
Yes, a vile little tinkerer goes by the name of Higba. 3 of my Magisters have gone missing of late from right here in Driftwood. All signs are that Higba is responsible.
And what makes you so sure that he's the right suspect?
The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. He saw my men before they could seize him and fled.
He must be a fearsome sort, and to have bested the Magisters by himself.
Hardly. By all accounts, he seemed like just another money-grubbing nobody. He must have caught my Magisters unawares. It's the only explanation. No matter, he'll face justice either way. If you catch sight of that dog, tell me or my men at once. Understand? There might even be a reward in it for you.
Oh, in that case, well, then I know who is responsible for the disappearance of your comrades.
Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me!
It's the cook. The cook is the culprit, and we were forced to kill her when we confronted her.
What? The bloody cook? It can't be. Well, why did Higba have that contraband then?
I have no idea. He doesn't seem to be involved in the disappearances, though.
Then he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
Yes, I liberated a note from her pocket. It contained something that is rather incriminating.
The Magister snatches the note and peers at it.
These names, they're the ones who went missing. And others. My name is on here. The cook's been reported dead. How did you get this? Never mind, I thought she was another victim, but this... She must have been the culprit.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
Yep.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we Magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
Okay. So we get a level 9 item to choose from that is rare. We're just going to grab the armor and call it good. So for that, we got 5,000 twice. The first 5,000 is from Sebille eating the stew. And then the second 5,000 is for completing the quest. So 10,000 XP. Yeah, not too shabby. All right, well, we're going to go back into the Black Bull Tavern. And this time we are going to go upstairs. Now this is a little deviation from the guide.
Curiosity kills the cat.
However, now that I have the key to Knile's room, I want to go in. And we're going to get 3,000 exploration XP for coming into his room, and his room is a mess. However, there's some stuff in here that we want to grab. There's a placey, there's some nails, the dwarven dagger, there's 2 of them. You can grab, but the empty honey jar. There's 2 of them here. We'll grab both of those. Oop, the rat had a earth essence. What about the other one? Nope. And then there's a meat cleaver. We can grab that too. Empty honey jar. Okay, there's 3. Cool. Ooh, a poison wave scroll. We're gonna end up selling that. Rabbit's paw. We'll sell that too. Vile rack. And then over here is a wooden figurine. Another face ripper if you're looking for one. Okay, so let's leave this room. We've looted it. Then let's go in this room. And let's talk to Baran Levere.
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment?
Yes, go ahead.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs.
And let's let them continue their conversation.
The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roos thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract. Hear that? Roost's camped out at the sawmill.
Okay, so now we need to talk to Sebille.
So, Roost is at a sawmill. Let's pay him a visit, shall we?
Yes, we will.
She smiles. Her eyes are dark pools brimming with anticipation.
Must be an awful lot of fun toys to be had at a sawmill.
Yeah. Okay. So now, I mean, even though we know that this is not Baran Levere, he is still a merchant.
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, I see. Have you a reason for barging into my room, madam?
No other reason than just natural curiosity.
Which is what killed the cat, remember? Still, no harm done, I suppose. I may as well introduce myself. Baran Levere, at your service.
I noticed the 2 other men in the room. They look well armed.
Of course they are, as good bodyguards should be. I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need protection, especially if they accompany their wealth. The merchant's burden, you see. He must escort his merchandise, always.
Okay, so if you're a merchant, I would like to see your wares.
Music to my ears. A happy accident after all, you're barging into my room. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome.
So he's not a bad merchant. He's in like the lines of Fetter. Doesn't offer skill books, but always has a legendary, either a weapon and an armor piece. Okay, to get his attitude to 100, we need to give him 480. And so, to the arrow, pyro, hydro. What is Fane? To the warfare intelligence. Yeah, no. That's not gonna. No, not at this time. Okay, so then we're going to take our leave. And we are going to go back downstairs. And then we're going to go into this door. Because we want to go downstairs now. But we're going to talk to Papa Thash. We're going to have Ifan talk to Papa Thash. Because you either have to bribe him to get downstairs or have him recognize you. And so we're going to have Ifan talk
Hold
to him.
it. Papa no, you no go.
I'm looking for someone named Lohse.
He grins unpleasantly.
Lohse didn't tell me to let any walking scarecrow in, so why should I?
We step closer to him. Don't you recognize me?
He squints at you in the gloom. Then his eyes widen, and he takes a stumbling half-step backwards.
Well, I'll be thrice cussed to the void. Ifan ben Mezd. I saw them collar you good, boy. Didn't think we'd hear you growling round here again. Down you go. But no shenanigans, mind. I heard of any more incidents down there, I'll shave your damn wolf bald myself.
Okay, so now we want Lohse to talk to him to get the
You want an
discount.
engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
Okay, so he also offers One Piece Legendary. And then he always has this Rachet Mavora? Yeah, Rachet Mavora, which is a unique chest armor piece. Yeah, it's not bad, but not great. And so we're going to pass on it. But Papa Thash takes 800 gold to get his attitude to 100%. Yeah, so here we go. There we go. Now he likes us. And so down we go. And we get 3,000 exploration XP. Got the puffball. That's for the herbs we can use. I need her to put on ignition. Let's use ignition. That way we can burn up that poison. Now,
I found something.
that poison somebody put as a trap there because they didn't want their stash discovered. But we discovered it. Potion of Nimble Tumble. Very good. We'll pick up the bag. Come down here. There's an Emadover. Another Emadover. And we're going to go talk to Effie at Effie's Emporium.
And a good to meet you, Governor. What's your poison then? A sip or a smoke?
I'd like to see what you have to offer.
Take all the time you need. Pleasure doing business with you, Governor.
Okay, so she has consumables as well. And Drune. So if we want to get the herb recipes, they all take a Drune. So to get her attitude at 100%, she's also 480. So we'll do that. Drune is super expensive. Yeah, it's a lot. But luckily for us, let's see. I should have a bunch in our.
That's the spot.
Yeah, I still have the 10 overpriced Drune. I got Griff's Drune, and I got the one that we found. So we should be good. Okay, this lizard Patron.
Watch him fight. Watch him. See that? Right in the kisser. Doesn't.
Yeah, she forgets her thought. She's so, well, influenced. Okay, 480 gets her attitude to 100%. As you can see, she sells consumables. We want... Well, let me take the... So I'm going to start buying empty perfume bottles. We can mix them with honey. We get a love grenade. She has blank necromancy books. I might as well just buy them. And a chanterelle, but I still don't. Okay. So 1600. We can start dumping off some of these grenades. Let's give her 2 and 1 arrow. One more. We'll give her a exploding arrow. There. Good enough. So there's 2 of these kind of merchants. The other one is right here. Ghangha.
The tigers fly, the leopards lie, and you, oh! But I know you, don't I? I have seen you in the night, the woman with a demon's heart. Just a dream, of course, just a dream.
Was it though? Because I think he's on to something. Okay, we have a tooth. We'll buy the tooth. Buy the knockdown arrowhead. High quality tormented soul. I will buy let's see. He's got a summoning. We'll buy that. I believe I have 1 air. Might need another one though. That's it. That's enough, right? So we'll give him 2 grenades and let's see. We need 138. Oh, almost. Couple lockpicks. Give him 6. Good enough. Okay. Next, we need Lohse to talk to Dorotya.
Hail, what a pretty young thing you are. Call me Dorotya.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So tell me, are you worthy of my gift?
What are you offering?
Love. I must consider your merits before I answer your questions. Why, I wouldn't tease you with a gift I could never offer. You don't think me cruel, do you?
We are the champions of Fort Joy Arena. I don't think I need to prove my worth.
Indeed. This is acceptable. You are nearer the one than most self-described heroes I've known. So, tell me, are you ready for me to grant you your greatest desire?
My greatest desire. How could you possibly grant me such a thing?
I can't. Not yet. First, you must look into my ring and tell me what you see there.
Okay, we do it. Who wouldn't want to see a wish granted?
Gaze into the gem, my lovely girl.
She flashes her ring at you, and you stare at the luminescent stone at its center. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors and fuzzy images. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you...
So we have 5 options here. For the intelligence characters, we want knowledge, number 2. And for the finesse characters, we want number 4. She doesn't offer finesse, but she does offer wits. So the best thing for that would be number 4. But for Lohse, we're going to go with a quill made with a swan feather, a tool for pursuing knowledge.
Yes. I see you clearly now.
That's because the rain is gone.
It is knowledge you crave. You want scholars to bow in your presence, begging for truth in an age of lies. I will fulfill this desire. In return, I ask for one thing in return. A kiss.
Okay, deal.
Most delicious. Meet me around the corner, and come alone. An audience is not required.
Okay, so quest, a web of desire. We're gonna run down here. So this isn't shady at all. You know, we run in the back alley. She wants us to meet alone with her. Yeah. What's her trick? Okay, so we meet her here.
Dorotya sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower lip with enough force that a drop of blood seeps out. Blood and something else. Something green.
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy. Now come closer and receive your soul's desire.
You draw closer and close your eyes, eager to feel her lips on yours. Yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider.
Okay, but we suppress our fears and accept Dorotya's kiss. Because we get 5,000 XP for that.
Her fang painlessly sinks into your neck. You still hear her words, though they sound muffled, as if filtered through a glass wall.
The knowledge you needed is now yours. My venom penetrates your mind and lifts your senses. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment.
Hold on. You're a spider. Did you just drink my blood?
You've seen my true self. There's nothing more to know.
She kisses her forefinger, then presses it against your forehead.
Now go.
So we have, like I said, we've received the spider's kiss talent. And with that, we give up 2 to Constitution, but we gain 2 to Intelligence, which is a fair swap. So now we have Intelligence of 29. Okay. So we want to do that with each character. Let's loot a little bit here. Nope. And I will do the next one. I will do the next one with Sebille. And so here we discovered the waypoint for the Undertavern. And then we also want to talk to Arron, who is a merchant.
Down for a little scuffling and tussling. Let's see if you got some fight in ya.
And so he's just like Fetter, same thing, has 1 legend. Oh boy. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. 1 legendary item and then 1 in both armor as well as a weapon, but no. Okay, so his attitude we need to also raise to 800. 800 will do it. There we go. We're gonna buy those. Oh, see, that had Lucky Charm. That's warfare. No. Swan. It's not bad. I'm not ready for wands yet. They get better later in the game. Okay, so let's get that. We're going to trade him arrows. Let's do 9. Oh. 9 is too many. Take back 2. Yeah, there we go. Got it. Okay, so then we're going to bear him farewell. And as you can see, this is another arena. So, yeah, we will need to do that a bit later. I want Fane and Ifan. I want Ifan on that pressure plate. I want Fane on that one there. And then we're going to go into the little room back here. Oh, there's a skeleton up here. We can loot. Nothing there. We come back here. And there's a chest. There's a dagger. There's a skull. There's not really much back here, but it's just kind of fun. And then we see dead people. Ooh, ancient skull. And lemonade. We'll just consume it. It's one we haven't figured out. 2 wits. Okay. Not bad. Okay, so now let's have Sebille. We're going to have her talk to Dorotya, and I'll show you the other option.
Pale, delicate beauty.
She draws close. You feel her breath on your neck, hot, moist.
Oh, yes. I have something that you want. But I only bargain with those I deem deserving. Those who have accomplished great things. So, tell me, are you worthy of my gift?
I know about your kiss and I want in.
And they say romance is dead. Well, darling, let's not waste time. Find your desire in the gem.
You stare at the luminescent stone embedded in her ring and find yourself falling into it. You are floating on a current of pure source, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of colors. On the horizon looms a dark silhouette. As you approach, a beam of light washes the shadow away, revealing to you
a stately dragon. It spreads its violent wings and deafens you on its roar.
Yes. I see you clearly now.
Yeah, the rain is still gone.
It is power you seek. To conjure maelstroms and command the light to drive away shadow. I will fulfill this desire. In return, I ask for one thing, a kiss.
You got a deal.
Most delicious. Meet me around the corner, and come alone. An audience is not required.
Okay, so here we go. Back to the same dark alley. There's a file. And here she is. Okay.
Dorotya sees you and heaves a shuddering sigh. She bites into her lower lip with enough force that a drop of blood seeps out. Blood and something else.
Darling, I admit I wish we could share more carnal pleasures. Yet I think a kiss is the height of intimacy. Now come closer and receive your soul's desire.
You draw closer and close your eyes, eager to feel her lips on yours. Yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a were-spider.
So we suppress our fears and accept her kiss. And so Sebille 2 gets 5,000 XP.
Her fang.
You desired power, and so it's yours. My venom seeps into every pore. We part ways now. I'll remember this moment.
Hold on, you're a spider, and you just drank my blood.
Oh, honey, you look so nonplussed. It was just a nibble, not a mist of death fog.
She kisses her forefinger, then presses it against your forehead.
Now go.
So Sebille 2 got the Spider's Kiss talent. And what we did is we swapped 2 Constitution for 2 to Wits. Is what she did. Oops. So let's go to Undertavern. She can go there. Real quick, I guess we could do the others. Let's do Ifan, same thing, but we're just gonna do a speed talk through.
Hail.
She draws.
Are you worthy of
I know about your kiss, I want in.
And they say
you stare. On the horizon looms a dark
And so he
silhouette.
too
As you approach,
wants
a beam of light washes the shadow away,
2
revealing
added to
you.
Wits, so we do the a stately dragon.
I will a kiss most.
And then so we will run back to the shady corner. Yeah, well, now we gotta wait for her. We'll have Fane do it as well, but he's gonna have to use Mask of the Shapeshifter. He's gonna have to turn into a human. She doesn't do anything to the undead.
Dorotya sees you and heaves a...
Darling.
You draw, yet her lips do not press against yours, and her hands do not caress your face. She is a woman no longer, but a
Isn't this the weirdest thrust I've had a part of? That's funny.
Her fang.
We part ways now.
So, hold on. Did you just drink my blood?
You've seen my...
She kisses her...
Now go.
So, Ifan 2 should have 2 to Wits. Yes. So, Ifan can go to the Undertavern. Now, Fane, I want you... Oops. Didn't recognize you there, Fane. You look... you look a lot like Ifan. Alright. So, if Fane talk to her. Stop. There we go.
Hail, darling.
She draws.
Are you worthy? And they say
you stare on the horizon.
And so we're going to do the feather again.
Most.
So then we run back. To the shady corner. And this way, all of them, we're all going to have just about the same amount of XP. Here she comes. So yeah, then we'll have Fane.
Dorotya sees
Get
you
bit.
and heaves.
Darling.
You draw, yet her lips do not.
So we got the 5,000.
Her fang.
The knowledge we part ways now. Oh yeah.
She kissed.
Now go.
So Fane should have got 2 to intelligence. He did. Intelligence is now 31. And he can go back to his undead self. And then fast travel to the Undertavern. And then the rest of us can now group up. And we're ready for the next video. Okay, I want to thank you all for being with me today, and I want to wish everybody a good day, and we'll see you on the next video. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.